Hey guys, this is Jay with Off Grid America. I got some lithium phosphate deep cell batteries, deep cycle, life batteries. So I went and found the cheapest ones I can find on Amazon and on eBay. And this is what I found. And this is in the order of how good they are. This would probably be the best, second best, absolutely terrible. TCB Worth. Don't spend a dime on them. So I already popped open the lid so you guys can see here. It's got a YCBC 200 amp BMS, not even taped. It's like glued onto the top. There's no tape, no nothing. Looks like the sticker, no, that's not taped because it's not rough. It's just a weird sticker. So these are the kind of cells like my LiPo batteries have for my RC cars. Look almost identical. They're soldered on all the ends. It's a 12 volt, 200 amp hour. And the BMS, I cannot get it to link for nothing. It has two 7-gauge wires coming off the positive, negative, and they are 2S, 2P, I guess, parallel. So what I'm thinking is each one of these cells is maybe, I don't know, 60 amp hours. It's probably, if I was to test this one, it'd be about 180, which I'm going to do. I wanted to get the BMS going first, but this thing, TCB Worth, look at all that spray foam in there, guys. That's all they did. They just sprayed foam it in. They probably glued this with some cheap glue, and they're not properly compressed or nothing. It's just inside this heat shrink. Horrible, horrible. These are the same balance wires that actually we use for our RC cars. So stay away from this one, guys. They were all pretty much around the same price. I believe this one was actually more expensive than the next one. The next one comes with a copper terminal. It comes with some lugs. And this one wasn't so bad. Let me show you guys. So this is a Westwoods 12.8 volt, 200 amp hour. And the number on it is VC12200 plus lifepo4. All right, guys, this one is interesting. I've never seen cells like this before. So the BMS is just opened. I can't find out what brand it is. I was able to connect to it. It's a little different. So it wasn't wanting to connect, so I popped the lid open and you pop these two pieces apart right here, and it started working. These cells are huge. I mean, they're big cells, guys. They're all screwed together. I can't tell on this side because it's just spray foam again. They just put a ton of spray foam in there. It looks like it has the balance leads, also the temperature. These ones were supposed to have a heater. I don't know if that's what this is for, but I can't really see. So they're just using cheap bands to hold it together with metal pieces. Looks like something you'd buy off at a Home Depot or something. Like I said, there's no protection, nothing holding this one down. It does have a plate underneath it, a fiber plate. Let's see if we can pop it up. There we go. Check that out. It's got little tabs holding it down, holes. That's the weirdest thing ever. So this is also using two 7-gauge wires here. They are listed for 450 to 750 volts, but different battery than what I'm used to. I mean, at least it takes up the whole case, right? Except for the spray foam, you guys, man, ridiculous. And I know Will Prowse made a video about these Westwoods a while back, and I don't know what's going on with them. I think I have my phone upside down here, guys. So the one he did was actually better. So this is the best out of them all. T-Way cell. Inside, I already took it out because it was a pain. Inside, they have foam on both sides, guys. Foam on both sides. Literally, look at this. It's glued in, foam on both sides. The battery only takes up, let me get this phone out of the way, or foam out of the way now. There we go. That's a little better. The battery only takes up this spot right here. I don't know why they put them in these giant cases. As far as the batteries go, probably the best battery setup there is out of all three of these. This is another 12 volt, 200 amp hour. I like this. And the reason is if you have one cell go bad, you can buy one 12 volt or 3.2 volt, 200 amp hour cell. Put it together, screw it all together. Actually, one of the screws was loose, so I changed it out for a different one, and it wasn't threading. And it also comes with the daily dolly 200 amp BMS with nice 2 gauge wire, 2 gauge, and then it goes to 7 gauge here. I don't know why they did that. They should have just stuck with the 2 gauge all the way through, and I think it would have been better. As far as putting it together, it's literally just taped here in the bottom, but there's these rubber pieces in between that spaces them out. I know Will always talks about that not having a bend in it or whatnot. I did test these on some generic tester that I had that I got on Amazon for 60 bucks, and they pulled 215 amp hours. So very happy with that part of it. The dolly was easy to get to. It's Bluetooth. Here's the Bluetooth module. In order to use it, I had to hook the two negatives together. Basically, I just took 2 screwdrivers, guys, and touched them together. So I went ahead and did Will's trick where he sticks it in ice water, and it did shut down. So right away too. There is 2 sensors on here, and it shut it right down. You can, there's an area for CAN, RS485. I don't know if I'm going to try it yet for comms, but this was just going to go on the front of my RV. One of these were. I don't know now. I don't trust those other 2. They might have to go for my automatic gate opener. But yeah, this one was the best so far. The only thing I don't like is, why didn't you just make the battery half the size? It would have made it so much nicer. This thing literally will fit halfway here. I measured it. This is 9 inches from here to here. And this whole thing is 19 inches. So there's no reason to have all that foam in there. And then this is just caulking, guys. Silicone caulking. That's all it is. I don't know why they put it all throughout the whole battery, holding the foam in. And this thing's fell right out, even though they have caulking down the sides of it. But honestly, the best battery so far, just because you can take the cells apart. If you want, if one cell's off, you can take this whole thing. Oh, that's another thing. The whole thing screws apart. You didn't have to break them like these ones. These ones I had to chip away and snap, and they're glued. This one was just glued on the top. And then eventually this one came up better than this one. This one just, they're using like a liquid nails. See? This one's using like a silicone type stuff also. But this one just screws. It was like 8 screws, took the whole top, popped right up. This thing just fell right out. So I'm probably just gonna leave it out of this box or get a separate battery box and run it in there. This one says 8,000 cycle, which I don't know if I believe that or not. Maybe. I did look up the cells. There's barcodes there, and they're cattle, C-A-T-L, cattle cells. I looked it up. They make A and B cells, so I don't know which one it is, but somewhere on here, oh yeah, right here it says automatic temp at 32 Fahrenheit, 200 amp continuous. I don't have all the stuff like all the other YouTubers where I can test the continuous discharge, but I can check the amp hour. So this one I haven't done yet, and this one I haven't done yet. This one I was really happy at 215. Good cells, guys. I think it's good. And all the cells were perfect at 3.33.